9:17 on this 27th day of February. Back in with Robert Christie, board president of Peace United Church of Christ. We couldn't get all that to fit on the line, so I just decided, we'll mention it, and then we'll go right into the important stuff. And
that's fine.
With that being said, Robert, really excited to have you on the show, and excited to talk about the concert that's coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. Fill me in on this. So this is live in concert, and this is going to be a great night of Christian, Southern, and country gospel music.
Yes, we're hosting the Padgetts. They're a father-son duo. They perform all around the country. Mm-hmm. They started in 2016. Myron's the father. He has an interesting history. He was a meteorologist, and on their website he mentions, I'm a retired meteorologist, so I can no longer be blamed for the weather.
Hey, honesty,
So now he's out performing with his son, Brandon. Brandon Fantastic. Has performed pretty much his entire life, and they are going to be at our church. We're hosting them, and it's really our first big event since we've reopened the church.
Can you fill us in on that story a little bit? You mentioned it briefly before we came on the air, and really fascinating to hear the rebuild and the process.
Yeah, the church has been around for a long, long time. Originally founded in 1870 in Jerseyville. Wow. In the current location we're at on Glenda Avenue in Jerseyville, the church burned in April of 24. The sanctuary was partially damaged, a lot of water and smoke damage, and then the rest of the building, the education wing, the offices, the fellowship hall, kitchen, completely destroyed. So we underwent quite a rebuild period, temporarily held services at a closed funeral home's chapel, and we reopened in November. And we're working on getting some events back in there now. And this is our first big one. The Padgetts actually reached out to us.
Oh, cool.
Because they had heard we were rebuilding and wanted to know if we would host them. And we said, certainly. So February 28th, Saturday, 6 p.m., we hope people will come out and see the Padgetts, and you'll get to see our new facility as well.
Well, and for the church, take me through the last couple of months, because I'm sure the process alone of getting into a new facility is stressful, and I couldn't imagine the story that you could tell with just probably getting there and making all the insights that come with it. But to be in your new spot by November, that's gotta those last couple of months, especially in that time of the year with Christmas, take me through what that's like, to finally get to celebrate the milestone together.
Yeah, it was quite a journey. We wouldn't be where we are without he's our church administrator, but he was our building manager, construction manager, Harlan Simpson. He was our manager. He knows what he wants, and he will get it. So he fought the battles mostly with the contractors and the insurance company, because you've got both of them to deal with, and not everybody does what you ask, and things don't always turn out exactly as planned. But it was and we had some weather issues too.
Oh yeah,
every time you're ready to do concrete or something, it rains.
The monsoon season came.
Yeah, so it was a challenge, but we got there. And, the opening had been delayed several times because we were hoping to be 1 year, which that was a real kind of aggressive plan. But so April 25 didn't happen, but we did end up in there 1st of November of 25.
Yeah. Well, and, if it's okay for me to, ask as a church, I'm sure, even though it's a tough journey, what a great, testament of faith too, because there's nothing, that could be more stressful than a new building. And like you said, when you're going into a different location and you don't lose them, but, people get displaced and trying to bring everybody back. I'm sure just to really live that experience and live that journey has got to be fulfilling to see this all the way through too.
It is, and that's kind of that's the way we viewed it. It was quite a journey, but it was a testament to the faith and the dedication for the people there at the church. Because some people don't stick with it, some people do disperse. When you're displaced, and we are hoping to get some people back. And I know now with things the way they are in the the world, a lot of people are, rethinking, maybe I want to go to a church or something. So we're certainly open to having anyone come and visit. So any Sunday, anyone's welcome to come and give it a try. We don't have any expectations of you or anything, but it's come out to a nice church, a beautiful sanctuary. We have one of the things that we really worked on was trying to get a nice commercial kitchen and a fellowship hall where we could host events, wedding receptions, any types of events. We seat up to, I think, 225 in the fellowship hall. That's really a lot of people in there, but we can do less. But it's a beautiful facility. We also have a conference room, and if anybody at business would like to have a conference room, we do rent those out as well. But it was a journey, and it's a real testament to what can be done when you have faith.
Yeah. How long have you been a member of the church?
I've been a member, I don't know when we first started going. My wife and I, she's from Jerseyville. Okay. We lived in the St. Louis area, University City in Clayton for a while. And we would drive up here on Sundays and go to church up here. Oh, wow. Some of her family, her cousin kind of got her there, and her 91-year-old cousin, Bob, got her interested in it. And nice. So we have been coming for several years, probably, I guess, 4. And then, the church needed some new leadership. They wanted to get some more people involved. So we were like, well, sure, we'll join the board when they ask. So it is interesting to see what goes into actually running a church and the operation. And a lot of people don't realize it's not simple.
I couldn't imagine, because there's just the funding aspect alone, and really making sure you can keep on, doing the things that you become known for too. Before we wrap up this conversation, a couple minutes left on this. Take me through how much are tickets for tomorrow's show?
The tickets, it's actually free.
Oh, wow.
What the Padgetts usually do, they do what's called a free will love offering. Okay. So it's an offering voluntary to compensate the performers, and that's what they're asking for. It's not required. There is, like I said, there is no admission at the door or anything. You just come in, you enjoy the concert, and if you feel wanting to give in the free will offering, you can certainly do so.
Absolutely. And now, how many opportunities do you guys try to put on concerts or different events for the community to come in and really just enjoy?
We are still working on planning a lot of that. So what we do have an event coming up on May 7th. We have a salad luncheon, which I was not around for these in the past, but Peace United Church of Christ is in Jerseyville is known for apparently their salad luncheons. So there will be tickets sold for that. People can order tickets, buy tickets, and we'll provide a variety of things. A salad luncheon, I always thought, regular salad with lettuce and Caesar, but there's all kinds of other things in there. Apparently they were known for the ham loaf and other types of things. So, but that's coming back, and we had a pizza day at the very first service. We followed it up with a pizza day. I make pizzas, Quad Cities style pizza. Oh, nice. And we're going to do more of that as well. So we will have some pizza events. We will have some other events, and we do once a month at the after church service, the last Sunday of the month. We also have a kind of like a, I don't know, we're calling it something else, but I'll call it potluck because I can't think of it. But where people bring stuff, and we will sometimes, just like we did a pancake after church. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that. Time. So a little bit of things like that we are starting with, and we will eventually branch out and do a little bit more. Just running through some ideas at the moment, and but I do have an Instagram page where we're posting everything on there. Okay. So that's where we post our events. Working on getting it tied to a Facebook, but anyway, that's we'll do some events. When are service times? Service time, we have service at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Every Sunday, and it is the Pastor Deb. She does have it on YouTube as well. Okay. So I did notice that. I watched it on Facebook as well a few times. But yeah, so we are out there. We're trying to get a little bit more exposure and presence in the community and build it back to kind of what it was at one time. Because at one time the church was full. So we're a small congregation now, but growing. It'll come back. Yeah. It always does. And you have an opportunity to hang out with Peace United Church of Christ this Saturday, tomorrow, February the 28th. I'm just glad it's not a leap year.
You know, and great opportunity at 6 p.m. over there. 23098 Glenda Avenue. We'll link it all. Live in concert. This is going to be awesome. The Padgetts, correct?
The Padgetts.
The Padgetts. Yes. I put too much emphasis on it.
That's all right.
You can join them for a night of Christian, Southern, and country gospel music, blending traditional hymns with modern gospel, country, gospel, and bluegrass influences. Share a message of faith and hope through music. Robert, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you, CJ. Appreciate it.
We'll take a quick break. 9:28's the time on this Friday morning. 50 degrees already. I'm loving it. We'll come back with more next.